Welcome to Today in Nerd History. The Star Trek episode, The Cloud Minders, aired February 28, 1969. In this episode, Kirk and Spock are caught up in a revolution on a planet where intellectuals and artists live on a utopian city in the sky while the rest of the population toils and mines on the barren surface below. The final episode of M.A.S.H, entitled Goodbye, Farewell, and Amen, aired February 28, 1983. In this episode, in the closing days of the Korean War, the staff of the 4077 M.A.S.H unit find themselves facing major changes in their lives. The Star Trek Voyager episode Workforce, Part 2, aired February 28, 2001. In this episode, while the Doctor and Kim defend the ship, Chakotay must infiltrate an alien power plant and convince his abducted colleagues to return to Voyager. The Star Trek Discovery episode, Light and Shadows, was released February 28, 2019. In this episode, Pike and Tyler end up in a battle with time, and Georgiou has a few tricks up her sleeve for Leland and Section 31. Remembering Gavin MacLeod, born February 28, 1931, and passed away May 29, 2021. Gavin MacLeod, born Alan George C., was an actor best known for playing Merrill Steubing, the ship's captain, on The Love Boat, Murray Slaughter on The Mary Tyler Moore Show, and Joseph Happy Haynes on McHale's Navy. His career began in movies in 1957, and in 1965 he starred in The Sword of Ali Baba, and went on to appear in A Man Called Gannon, The Thousand Plane Raid, and Kelly's Heroes. Happy birthday, Stephanie Beacham, born February 28, 1947. She is an actress who played Countess Regina Bartholomew in the Star Trek The Next Generation episode Ship in a Bottle in 1992. Between 1985 and 1989, she played Sable Scott Colby on Dynasty. She also played this part on the spin-off series The Colbys. For her work on Dynasty and The Colbys, she received 3 Soap Opera Digest Award nominations in 1986, 1988, and 1990. Between 1989 and 1990, she played the lead role in Sister Kate and got a Golden Globe Award nomination in the category Best Performance by an Actress in a TV Series, Musical, Comedy in 1990. In the 1990s, she played Dr. Kristen Westphalen in the first season of Sequest DSV, and Iris McKay, mother to Luke Perry's character, in 8 episodes of Beverly Hills 90210. On Charmed, she played Martha Van Leeuwen in the episode Reckless Abandon. She had a recurring role as Martha Fraser in Coronation Street, and guest roles in episodes of Material Girl, Casualty, and Mount Pleasant. In 2010, she took part in the 7th season of Celebrity Big Brother UK. She played Maria Callas in the stage play Master Class in the UK and published her autobiography. Remembering Olan Soule, born February 28, 1909, and passed away February 1, 1994. Olan Soule was an actor and voiceover performer who had an extensive career with professional credits in nearly 7,000 radio shows and commercials. appearances in 200 TV series and TV movies, and in over 60 feature films. His voice work on TV included his 15-year role as Batman on several animated series that were either devoted to or involved the fictional Dark Knight superhero. On radio, he performed for 11 years in the daytime soap opera Bachelor's Children. Beginning in 1943, he played lead male characters on radio's famed The First Nighter program for 9 years. Listeners of First Nighter who met him in person were often surprised, since his slight 135-pound frame did not seem to match the voices he gave to his characters. From 1941 on, he had the role of L. William Kelly, SS-11, the second in command of the Secret Squadron on the Captain Midnight radio adventure serial. When Captain Midnight became a TV series in the 1950s, he was known as SQ-3, behind Captain Midnight himself and Ichabod Mudd with 2 Ds. He also had a regular part on Lee Hanson's 1970s and 1980s science fiction radio drama Alien Worlds. Concluding his 9-year run on First Nighter, he moved to Hollywood, where he appeared in movies and TV shows. He was best known as Mr. Kroll, a boarding house resident in The Day the Earth Stood Still. He appeared on many TV series such as The Donald O'Connor Show, Captain Midnight as scientist Aristotle Tut Jones, I Love Lucy, several appearances as a hotel clerk and choir director on The Andy Griffith Show, and a semi-regular role as real-life LAPD criminalist Ray Murray on the 1967 revival version of Dragnet. He also made 6 appearances on Perry Mason, mostly as a court clerk, but also as a bank employee and water company official. He made at least 2 appearances on Petticoat Junction, in both the 1967 episode Shoplifter at the Shady Rest and the 1968 episode May's Helping Hand. He played Mr. Benson. The list of his supporting and starring roles is long. Some of those include The George Burns and Gracie Allen Show, The Jack Benny Program, The Danny Thomas Show, The Real McCoys, Mr. Ed, City Detective, Behind Closed Doors, Dante, Harrington and Son, Hennessy State Trooper, One Step Beyond, The Restless Gun, The Rebel, Wanted, Dead or Alive, The Untouchables, Bewitched, Pete and Gladys, The Addams Family, The Munsters, Johnny Ringo, Rawhide, Gunsmoke, Happy, Bonanza, The Gene Arthur Show, Laramie, The Monkees, Mission Impossible, The $6 Million Man, Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, Fantasy Island, Little House on the Prairie, Dallas, and Simon & Simon. He was also the only actor who performed on both the Captain Midnight radio and television shows. In The Twilight Zone, he played Mr. Smiles in the episode Caesar and Me, and the IRS man in The Man in the Bottle. He played Carmichael in the Battlestar Galactica episodes War of the Gods Part 1 and The Magnificent Warriors. Happy birthday, Allie Larter. Born February 28, 1976. Allison Elizabeth Larter is an actress who is probably best known for playing the dual roles of Nikki Sanders and Tracy Strauss on Heroes, as well as her guest roles on several TV shows in the 1990s. Her screen debut came in 1999 movie Varsity Blues, followed by House on Haunted Hill and Final Destination. Major supporting roles in Legally Blonde and A Lot Like Love led her to lead roles as the title character in Marigold and in the 2009 thriller Obsessed. She achieved wider fame after playing video game heroine Claire Redfield in Resident Evil Extinction and Resident Evil Afterlife. Remembering Frank Bonner, born February 28, 1942, and passed away June 16, 2021. He was an actor and TV director, best known for playing sales manager Herb Tarlick on WKRP in Cincinnati. Happy birthday, Michelle Horn, born February 28, 1987. She's an actress known for her work in the TV shows Strong Medicine and Family Law. She is also known for her voiceover work in The Lion King 2, Simba's Pride, as the young Kiara. Her voice can be heard in Lion King-related merchandise such as software, plushes, toys, and video games. She also co-starred with Bruce Willis in the 2005 movie Hostage, and appeared on Loving Annabelle and as Eliza Pinchley on Family Guy. She also guest starred in 2 episodes of Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Tears of the Prophets and Penumbra, as Saji, a young Bajoran resident of Deep Space Nine. She also guest starred on Without a Trace. Happy birthday, Avaah Blackwell, born February 28, 1990. She can be seen in EFC as Scarlett Jones, 12 Monkeys as Alabaster Woman, and other cult classic films. She has appeared on Star Trek Discovery as an alien officer in the episodes Context is for Kings, The Butcher's Knife Cares Not for the Lamb's Cry, Brother, and Point of Light. She also appeared as the same character in the Star Trek Short Treks episode Runaway. Happy birthday, Charles Chun, born February 28, 1967. Charles S. Chun is an actor who played an engineer in the Star Trek Deep Space Nine episode Trials and Tribulation. Well, that's it for today, folks. I appreciate you listening, and if you enjoyed the show, please feel free to tell your friends about little old me here. Have a wonderful day.